Da da da! Hello, hello, hello! It's me. It's Lupo. Here at it. It's been a few days for me. I wish it had been sooner that I'd gone back to streaming, but allergies have been kicking my ass the last few days. The seasonal allergies around here. I thought I had strep throat. My throat was left so scratchy and sore from those allergies. So yeah, hey, welcome back. It's me, tackling for the first time on stream Genshin Impact. So long time Genshin player. When Star Rail was coming out, I was like, oh man, am I gonna have two of these Hoyoverse games that I'm logging in daily for? And as it turned out, not for too long, because I kind of got a little tired of Genshin. I'd been playing for a while. It just sort of lost the appeal for me. Star Rail just was a little more appealing at the time. I was not as stupid far behind in story, because I am so far behind in Genshin. We are at we're in chapter 3. Actually, hey, Addy, thanks for lurking, and Labyrinth of Sound, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. We're just getting started. Just me, just the yappening is happening. The yappening. Hello, T. Donnelly, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so mid-yappening, long-time Genshin player, took a break. Zoidb, thank you for the file. Hey, yes, also, wow, yeah, thank you for the congrats. First affiliate stream. I'm thrilled. I never would have, I debuted January 7th to do my stupid funny, Lupo drops January 7th. Thank you for, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's debuted then. I count the full streaming really like February onwards for me is when I actually got into the groove of it. So never in my wildest dreams did I think I would hit affiliate in just a couple months. I owe it so much. I had so many wonderful friends supporting me tirelessly, just behind the scenes helping push me as I streamed and just got more used to that and kept going with that. And I had friends just help by following, by lurking, by boosting, getting their other friends to follow me. So yeah, we hit affiliate. We're doing it. We in there making content, and now that I am affiliate, it's time for me to go to derange mode as we get caught up on Genshin, because I had fallen off for a little bit. Thank you, Labyrinth of Sound. Yeah, only up from here. It's the plan. As I'm about to go insane. So, taking a little break from Genshin, I was like, it's more of a chore right now. I don't want to, it's like I'm just kind of logging in for the dailies. It's like, I want to take a break. And I hadn't in a while. My backlog of games had grown huge. And I've gone to pick away at that a bit with the process streaming. That's been fun. So, they always do the drip feed marketing with Genshin and Star Rail, I guess, technically, but we'll focus just on Genshin for the purpose of this tale. And they were like, hey, guess what? Here comes a cool, crazy lady. Let me see, do they have do they have a picture of her in the notices for like anything coming up? No, we are still a week out. But yeah, it's, hey, the bad guy organization, the Fatui and the Harbingers. Well, what if there was some lady who's ambiguously evil and she's in a suit and she's got multicolored hair, and I'm just like, oh. Oh no. Oh no, everything I want. You know, you reach a certain age. Yeah, I hit 30 last year. It's just like, I could go for some evil women. I could go for some evil women. Let's just stop, like, being around the bush. It's like, nice characters are fine, but I want a lady who'll kick me down the stairs. And I can say, oh, thank you. In this house, we support women's wrongs. So, now that I have a focus for playing Genshin again, which is that in 1 week, evil lady in cool business suit coming, I need the courts to summon. And thankfully, because I had focused so long on just doing dailies, I have a lot of story quests built up. Like, shit. Okay, so I'm on Chapter 3, Act 3. I think the game's, like, Chapter 4, Act 5, or whatever, is the last story. I don't know. So, can I catch up to the story completely in 1 week? Probably not. Am I gonna try? Why the hell not? Might as well. So yeah. we back in it. First affiliate stream, diving into the gacha mines. Oh god. I'm trying to think. Do I remember what the story was from last I played? Shit.
Traveler? It is you!
Yes, I remember you, person from the beginning to this land. Holy shit. Yes, I believe the last time, speaking of Fatui and the Harbingers, Ilda Tori was like, hey, I'm a mad scientist, and I've taken over a bunch of people's minds, and it was like, uh-oh. And that was it. So,
what a pleasant surprise.
I forget what the hell we're...
So nice to see the two of you again.
I forget what purpose we came here to meet.
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the...
Whoops.
What's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I need the recap. Thank you, Paimon.
We're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Oh, sorry about that, girl.
Asia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
Did she?
What do you think?
Yes?
My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
Oh, right, and I've just remembered, too, is like, uh-oh, the evil head scientists are using people's Bluetooths to put them in Matrix dreams that are stealing their energy for nefarious purposes. Okay, I'm remembering. Yeah, good for you.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled experience that
Oh, jeez, that animation. She's getting as excited as me talking about Arlecchino.
Sounds incredible!
Oh yeah, we were gonna catch up with Tainari.
All right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insight.
Oh, true.
My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
Oh?
You can do that? I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Thank you.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
Oh yeah, the incense.
All right now.
She
Hold
got
my
the
hand.
good.
I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
This seems sus.
Okay.
But hey, if the little literal god of wisdom is like, yeah, you'll be okay. I'll go for it. Let's go. I don't know why I did the Mario. Who am I, Chris Pratt? It's a me. That's not the voice.
The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury.
Ooh, speaking of, again, Harbinger brained, Scaramouche.
The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother.
Yes, Scaramouche with the mommy issues.
In strength above all. She saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family.
Man, I gotta say, I love how Genshin does the cutscenes like this. The animation's always so pretty.
Saw me as an abomination.
And the art direction is impeccable in these
The
games.
third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me.
Ah,
Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion.
well, someone did not cope with their trauma very well.
And ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
To put it lightly. Someone did not. Yeah. That's what therapy's for.
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good.
What was that?
Yeah, this is not anything good.
Should we just see the Baladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god. Such a noble will. Such sublime emotion.
Girl, you need to chill.
Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God, please grant me forgiveness and salvation.
Uh-oh, someone drank the Kool-Aid.
You understand now? I'm afraid this is no Purina life, but rather...
Yeah, I understand.
You, why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Oh, jeez.
Hypatia?
Also, I gotta give credit where credit's due. They're getting better with the, I think as time's gone on, more dynamic camera cuts and such, not feeling, like, too lifeless in these
To be.
in-game cutscenes.
Wait, have I already lost my mind?
Oh, a little bit.
Wait, something isn't right.
Yeah, no kidding. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Yo. I jumped right back into the frying pan. Holy crap. If I'd kept going, like back when I was, more actively playing, that might have got my interest a little faster. This is just balls to the wall cutscene action happening. Uh-oh. Jai Mundo robot with very angry evil person in it. Not good.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Da-dum.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the traveler's back?
Yep, it's me.
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
Okay.
After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the
I
way
mean,
here.
that would have been kind of cool to play or see instead of just being told about it, but whatever. Yeah, our minds saw places.
You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait,
Yes.
where is Nahida's consciousness?
For plot convenience to know what is going on.
Imagine that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology.
Yeah, probably not, man.
Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore.
Ah, yes, that did look kind of like a cage or whatever. Oh, he would have
Even
figured
in
that
a
out.
moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
What's a code that only we know? And we can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to.
Makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful.
Yeah, no good can come from that if he knew.
Starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something
Did
to
she?
do with
I
Victoria.
can't remember. Jeez. Okay. Illusions and lies. I know that part for sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert?
Oh, I guess this is when we get to the desert.
She isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Yep.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation...
Yeah, good. Thank you, Tainari, for not asking way too many questions at once.
I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side. So, I trust you.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a really good validating, like,
Oh, actually,
point in our favor. Oh, the god of my country is helping you?
Been working on.
Cool.
That. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess
Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
the academia is turning the balladeer into a god. Ooh, that's not good.
Do you have any evidence?
Yeah, I saw the nascent. They're turning him into a god by putting him in a big mecha. Which is not good for us.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad.
Tainari, Did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical,
My man was like,
I secretly
yeah,
took her to
she
Hypatia's
needed
PI
the therapy.
and if I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kus, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god.
That's a sentence.
Like I made the right decision by not accepting
Something as arrogant as creating a new god. It's kind of hard to think of anything, you know, more arrogant than that. Like, in any context. The Tui's also behind it, because, you know.
We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
Yep.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene.
I'm gonna have to fight that robot in some form or fashion, though, at some point, I bet. Oh, that's gonna be a weekly boss. I bet. And for the most part, managed to avoid spoilers, too, despite being so stupid far behind. So that's nice. That's useful, at least. Well, to the desert.
We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tainari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia.
Alright, you do that, man.
If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Ribat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Okay, thank you, Tainari, for doing your part in this story. See you later.
Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Okay. We are off. God gazes back. Okay, that's another quest done. Cool. Yes, witness Scaramouche's past. Alright. Now, okay, my commissions, okay, knocked out all the commissions for the day, thanks to, doing big story quest time. Alright. Yes, still have the, that going on. I was gonna say, so, again, I've, you know, played... Even if I fell behind on the story, I've kept up with plenty of other stuff. Like, I've made it to the next area and explored a lot of it still. But story time. So thankfully, you can just teleport right on over there. No fuss, no muss. What am I doing? Quick character, yay! Alright.
We finally made it to Caravan Ribat. It's pretty lively.
Yes. Finally, good thing I unlocked a bunch of teleports before.
Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Ruka.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Ooh, Alhaitham back in the story. Yes. Cool guy. I pulled him. I need to build him up at some point. Because I think...
That way. Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, let's follow him. If only I had a fast character.
What the? Where did she go?
Yeah.
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
Alhaitham did something cool?
More Eremite mercenaries? How are they working for this?
Or we just hid really quick.
Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless.
You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Yeah, thanks, man. Whoops.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it.
Yeah, that's fair.
However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, right. You do have a point.
Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
Ooh, dude, someone's got a crush on me, haha.
Not quite.
Yeah, oh, okay.
To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos.
Uh-huh.
If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to, which brings me back to you and why you're so interested.
So it's desert time for the three of us.
Mar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, to have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest.
I mean, I trust you, man, but
that
still.
does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
Oh, you're too smart for me.
Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in
Aru
the desert,
Village.
so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else.
Yeah, let's go there together.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go.
Alright, to Aru Village, which I have unlocked already. But, yeah, fuck it, we ball. It looks like a pretty short path. Might have some resources on the way that I need for leveling up my Sumeru characters, because I think Nilu is the only one I got from Sumeru that I've managed to fully max out. Alhaitham, I am close.
Right now.
Anyways, alright. Dream team.
My apologies.
Oh, this team is so good. I mean, Hu Tao is great. I don't even need her half the time, though, with this team. Between Kokomi, Miko, and Ayaka, just instant freeze and electro, like, just going all the time. So good. Let me get my coconuts. Or just eating other nuts. Not coconuts. Oh, this is one I should have had. A bow person on the team. Oh well. Oh well. Boom. Yeah, we're almost there. Almost there. Ooh. I know those guys are very difficult to find, so here we go. And yeah, I could have just teleported, but whatever.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa.
Neat.
This landscape is really something else.
Yeah, let me get actual context for all these all these places I've visited for gameplay before, but not actually, you know, seen what's up. Oh, how's it go? Oh, ninjas. Hey, Sino. Oh, this is how you're introduced to Sino, like formally. Cool.
Sino.
Man, he's so cool.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia.
Mm-hmm.
Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I
Man, I'm gonna like, obviously, Orlokino is the big, I need to put all my quartz into this, go, 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 but I need to get Sino next time he's on
Do not think you
rank
can
up,
escape my judgment.
or rate up,
Just
not
because
rank
you
up.
managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
Doo-doo-doo. Man, Sino's so cool!
Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You haven't turned in your homework, you better watch out, Sino's coming for you.
I placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him.
Oh, okay.
I won't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I've been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I mean, I don't trust him as much as you seem to think, man, but I kinda need him still.
Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Right.
Unless you want.
Not supposed to have that.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's sense.
I mean, he is the general for a reason, I take it, you know?
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
A fake, I'm gonna guess.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance.
Oh?
Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally...
Ooh, what's the tea, Sino?
If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? You traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
I mean, yeah.
Well, look at you two acting all tough and
Hey!
over there.
Wait, Dia?
Dia, yeah. I was gonna say, someone we can actually trust. Fully.
These two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord-your-empty rules and virtue.
She's like, nerds love to yap.
How dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Yeah, they're still like, uh-oh.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace.
Oh, cool. I'm getting to meet another
Come
Sumeru
on,
character.
Please, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Let's all just get along.
Well,
Most awkward ass silence.
pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
Oh my god.
Sincere apologies.
Jeez,
everyone.
Paimon.
This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
Gosh, she's got such a cool design too.
I saved
And
your ass.
character design is so on point in this.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for help.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Hey, another nice person. Let's go.
She's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
Alright, now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
Man, so everyone's just been watching the yappening going on, huh?
And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another and put your hostile feelings to rest.
It's just like, yo, enough of this beating around the bush,
If
idiots.
anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
No. Older sister seems right, Paimon. Strict when she has to be.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
Oh,
Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten too involved just now.
Dia was
Anyway,
like, I'll
those
mediate
should probably
by
start talking.
threatening to beat the shit out of them both.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Whoops.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself.
Alright, yeah.
While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Exile yourself?
And why is
A
that,
little while
bud?
ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azul himself.
Jeez. Whew. Yeah, so obviously...
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence...
Alright, so Sando's way too good cop is the problem. He's gotta go off the books to figure out the
They
mystery.
were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request.
Alright, so yeah,
as soon
so
as the
Sando,
petition
too
reached
good.
his desk.
Too good a guy that they were like, yeah, he's not gonna go for our big evil science plan of making a new god. Let's not cut him in. let's keep him in the dark. So, okay. Alright.
is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge.
Okay, and that's when you should have been like Danny Glover in the end of Lethal Weapon 2, Sino. Diplomatic immunity, bang, it's just been revoked.
So they really are up to no good.
Yeah.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sage. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the
Hey, cool. Okay, so Sino immediately was like, yeah, I need to deal with
They
this
can no longer
shit.
see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on
Cool.
this investigation. There's no
So
need for
Sino
someone else to
is
give up
upstanding moral guy who figured out sooner rather than later, oh, these dudes suck, I gotta get on top of this. I like that.
my own name.
I like that it's not just like, what? But they're evil? Nah, he's not one to be tricked. Cool. I super duper like that.
Rhino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
Sino, you are super okay in my book.
He somehow feels a lot less scary.
I mean, I believe him.
Rhino, if that's your story, then why did you see all these?
He's playable, Paimon, which, yes, I know, obviously, the start of the stream, we are going for a Fatui Harbinger when she drops, and that is definitely morally ambiguous, but Genshin characters definitely seem to be a lot nicer, I think. You know, Star Rail is the Hoyo verse game where the characters are a little more morally dubious. Those characters now, between like your Kafkas and your Jinglius and your Ron Mays, and Black Swan's pretty solid, and Sparkle. You know, there are some morally ambiguous women in that game that could pass me around like a blunt, and I'd be okay with that. Whereas Genshin's a little more squeaky clean. So Sino's probably fine.
Investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage.
Oh?
The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule.
Yeah.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Okay.
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
The
Okay.
most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all.
Ooh, yay.
Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know.
Cool.
From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation.
Yeah, so basically you both are too smart for these evil sages.
My wisdom in committing to this, had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then.
Pretty sauce.
I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge.
Oh, okay, so that was all
Criminals
just
do
pure
love
luck.
to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Yeah, I remember that for sure.
Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be... After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
Okay, good job,
You are
man.
well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham. That curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about...
Man, you guys gotta get on the same page like
Have I not made
ASAP.
myself clear? You and I are both distrust.
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings.
Yeah,
Now
that's
you, Dia.
one way of
Believe it's your turn.
calling it, Candace.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home.
Yep.
I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here, but then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Well, there you go.
At all. Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Oh, what?
Oh, what was that sound?
Yeah, what was that
No
sound?
need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures?
Yeah, creatures in the sand. Was this the mist?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
Okay. Sure thing. Oh, the little clock noise.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. Alright, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Okay, as long as they just don't start fighting as soon as we go back out. Leave. Oh, like, yeah, there we go. There's, y'all help me in a second, Candace, but I need, I want the berries. Well, I saw and remembered them. Okay. Now we can help.
Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated.
Here comes another wave!
Oh, these wolves do
Leave
suck.
this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Yeah, let's do it. Alright.
Allow me!
Alright. There we go. We've got the loop going. Freeze and electro and all that. Easy peasy.
Another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Let's see. Fire off Miko's ult.
Right here.
Okay. Easy peasy.
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Okay.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
No, guy who I assume is the chief.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of
Called
Anpu
it.
Village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Yeah, sorry for the trouble, man.
I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
You mean ones that pull
Can't say
evil
they've
wolf
always
monsters
been
around?
common.
That's a good
But
question.
recently, the storms have become increasingly severe. and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
The withering. Yes. Oh, the big evil forest stuff.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering.
Oh, global warming's really going bad.
Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional
Gotcha. Okay, so we gotta fix the live stream, pretty much.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candid?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars.
Damn, Sino, we don't know. Be nice.
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me...
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate.
One by one, all the so-called crazy people, I say in quotation marks, are disappearing, huh?
But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay,
I'm gonna guess that has something to do with building big evil Scaramouche god.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
Yeah, you do that.
Are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will.
And he will.
I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Yeah, okay, so Sino is like lawful good. He's gonna do the right thing by the book.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this!
Yeah, that sucks.
Back home safe, but is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance.
He's voiced by Sayu. He's voiced by one of my favorite fellow VTubers. How can I not trust him?
Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Geez, Sayu, how come Hoyoverse lets you play 2 lightning-based generals in their gacha games? Because he's Jingyuan and Star Rail also. What a crazy coincidence. Totally different voice, because he's doing a way deeper voice for Jingyuan, but... oh, that's funny. It's funny how that worked out. Okay. Now we are in the private place. Let's chitty chat. Let's yap.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Yeah, why do they call them village keepers? I mean, I guess it's just a nicer way of them being like, the crazies.
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists when mad scholars first arrive. They are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down.
Okay, so they get some much needed relaxation.
Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that.
What's
Aru
the tea,
Village was
sis?
struck by the
Or bro?
strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing building suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands, despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. All the houses remained upright. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keeper.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village?
I mean, yeah, probably in Nahida's power.
Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars...
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with
But they could probably still be
Oh, no wonder!
manipulated.
Everything makes sense then. Add in the fact that they calmed down. It was probably Nahida who calmed them.
Man, why is Nahida the best of the Archons so far? She's doing the most work.
Draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Whoops.
So, what do you make of the story?
Yeah, it was Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Yes.
The Academia
Kinda.
has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
She's just really new at it, man. She just hasn't gotten a chance.
Definitely exists. She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Yes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
And we're not lying.
Good. Then you should know she's telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord.
Sino,
Kusanali.
you
How
are
can
a
you say
class
that?
act.
To think.
I like you, man.
Our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Among Us.
Alright. Now it's our turn to
So
put
dumb.
ourselves to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
Easier said than done. Especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start...
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
We can.
Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Yeah, sure.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
You can't just ask him that, Sino.
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or
Hey,
anything.
kid, is your grandpa crazy?
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
'Cause he probably acts like a grandpa to all the kids of the village.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was. But I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his
Yeah,
grandpa.
like, calm down, man.
Sorry, I was only listening.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
You gotta chill, dude. just a bit. I appreciate the candor and the dedication to doing your job. Just relax for a hot sec. Okay, back in doors. Whoop.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Probably, but probably especially him.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Okay, and?
You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window.
This kid, bad sneaking skills. Everyone noticed him.
His parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time. So various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive.
Takes a village, as they say.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep.
Okay, so super de-duper
The next morning,
grandpa
Isak woke up and
stuff.
went to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him.
Okay, so Nahida helped, and she can only do so much.
Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, what would take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Well, yeah.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Okay. Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. Yeah, makes sense. From the look on Sino's face, he's probably connected the dots as well.
People have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Yeah.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
I think Sino's probably super nice. I think he's just very serious in his demeanor.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you guys! We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa. Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Yeah, sure thing.
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Recon. Ooh! Chapter 3, Act 3 done. Yeah! Whew. Getting me my Primo Gems. We doing it. Okay, missing village keeper. Chapter 3, we are Chapter 3, Act 4. There's probably like 5 or 6. So, moving along. Yo, where's the grandpa? I wanna know where the grandpa at.
You mean the village keepers? Oh, when I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Then why didn't you stop him, man?
Okay.
Anything else?
Okay, so gonna have to ask a couple people to get some information. Yep. How about you?
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right.
you were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been
Girl,
days since I last
she
saw
would
them.
pull for Sino.
I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past.
Do you also think Grandpa...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house.
Oh, good,
I
good.
saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house. It still feels pretty surreal now that well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Okay,
like
ma'am.
that.
Very nice sentiments. Focus on the facts. Where'd you see him? Okay. Anyone else got anything more useful for us? You, sir. Let me just get the tree. Okay. You, anything?
Have you seen my grandpa?
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while.
Okay, think harder.
The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrible.
Oh, like my bitch wife. I like to help. You didn't need to throw that detail in there, dude.
My wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Explain why she's always mad.
Yeah. This isn't in my the asshole post. Just tell us where the old man is.
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's no good.
No kidding.
Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Yeah, what a nice guy, for sure.
Thank you, sir.
But Sino senses something.
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Uh-oh. What'd you figure out, man? King Deshret and the Three Magi. Oh, I was like, who that? It's Sino.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods.
Right, these, cultists.
Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign?
Well, that just feels like conjecture, man.
That all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Well,
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
damn.
Huh?
Don't piss Sino off, yo.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh, he looks cool.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Man,
Well,
yeah.
I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day, and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Okay, so it's literally like all hearsay, though.
Hey, go on. Keep talking. It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their scholars and won't let us have a good
Excuse
life.
me. Hey, the awesome bomb.
Would you want to live like this if you were in our place?
Thanks for dropping by.
The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Well, you guys are not gonna get any of that.
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Keep up the good yapper to listener communication.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
You heard of an incident?
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
And academia is probably the true target of their hatred. Yeah, probably.
Where's this radical person you talked
Ooh,
about?
yeah, who's the radical?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village.
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know.
No, man, we're just a couple of
I
bums
have many ways to stop
bumming
you from
around.
talking, and many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
Sino's so cool.
Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to.
Damn, he's so cool.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, good thing we're not fighting him.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Yeah, probably.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Like the scholars' homes?
Very well.
Isaac! I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Alright, let's do it. Let's do it to it. I will be right back. Just gotta blow my nose real quick. Oh, these allergies. Jeez Louise, Scuff City. I was like, yeah, I'll get up. I don't need to throw my be right back. I'll literally be right back. And then just shit.
I wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
Well, we're still on, so we're good. Lead the way, Isaac.
Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers.
Uh-huh.
Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really.
I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
That's all very good, Isak. Please move faster. I should not be able to do laps around you. Okay.
This is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
Was the smell?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Oh, it's definitely the bad incense.
Are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
Oh.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari.
So, you know Tainari?
Yeah.
You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where the Hypatia was meditating before she went nutso.
In the forest. From a skull.
Okay, need more clues. No, that is just a mushroom. Objects in the area. Anything stand out? Nothing I can see. Okay, I just need to actually go up and observe. These are all the daily necessities. Like anything up here? Or, nope, they're telling me stick to this area. And talk to Sino again. Okay. that was quick and easy. What'd you find, man? What did you find?
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. The scent is quite faint. But still...
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Dun dun dun.
Huh?
Lured away, huh?
You can lure someone away with just a scent?
Yeah, you get lured away by food all the time, Paimon. You're like a cartoon character with a pie on the windowsill.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Yeah, fair enough.
Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
Interesting, interesting.
Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
Well, is that so? Okay.
No. Grandpa.
So Grandpa got tricked, huh?
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Yeah, probably.
Please, you have to see my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
We're on it, kid.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Sounds like a plan, man. Let's do it. Let us do it to it. Okay, yeah, that was the only one I could zip across to. Okay. Interesting. That's nice. That's like, I think that's different from my last play where it's showing you like, hey, there's some quests nearby.
Definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice too.
Enough fashion discussion, ladies. We gotta figure out where all the
Welcome back.
the poor mentally ill people are being taken.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Yes, I know school.
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Nah, he gives the lone wolf kind of
Did you
vibe.
find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
But who?
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it.
This guy looks sus.
As far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here.
True.
Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort.
So who did it?
It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
Ooh, what's the tip?
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
Nice.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
I feel like I've heard these names. Wasn't Jabari the nice guy who was like, yeah, I cook
These guys have one thing
for
in common,
Grandpa?
and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
Interesting.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
Huh? Dia's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now. Yeah, everyone is... This is the worst group of people to try and eavesdrop on.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here.
Right.
Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me.
Then why are you playable?
I need to go around and ask some questions. But it'll be difficult.
Or is she lying so this guy can be like, oh, I can take her easy.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Alright. The bait's been laid. Time to get this guy.
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible. That's why she can be so straightforward at times.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring...
No, I'm used to being treated that way. It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
You're a cool guy, Sino. I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Let's shortcut just our way back. Instantly back to another cutscene.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Yep.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall
know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
Dun dun dun.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim.
Okay, so obviously we got
We're cheap
some.
labor, like livestock, but easier to control.
Gonna say, obviously there is some class divide in Sumeru. That's not good.
Chance to obtain an Akasha terminal. Almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're here. I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Maybe we'll knock it down at some point.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all.
Fair enough.
Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Oh, we gotta be quiet.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Alright, let's do it to it. No, you cannot join my world, random person. Sorry. We are just going for it. With the story. Whoop. Up here. Here we go.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Well, just this rando.
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Okay, well, there we go.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Yeah, you could say that.
Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Yeah, Jabari was definitely the one dude. Can't remember the other names, though.
We were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit.
Talking in riddles, I see.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Okay. Let's meet the big boss of the bandits. Oh, where you at? That way. They're going to attempt an ambush, I'm guessing, but we're ready. Well, Dia's ready anyways. Ambush? Let me guess. I bet money on an ambush.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
Uh-huh, nice try, Zaki.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.
Yep.
A wild stab in the dark.
Oh, if only I could bet on such things. Be a millionaire.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot.
Yeah, you really think she didn't know you were listening?
Not only do
Idiot.
I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
Nah, we got this.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think?
Yeah, so you idiots would be overconfident.
Business deal nonsense.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Yeah, just keep talking, idiot.
We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Well.
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
You are idiots.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
Oh, okay, Aladdin fan over here.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking. Get him.
That was your guys' clue. You should be paying her, not trying to attack her.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Oh boy.
Emerge right now. Emerge.
Alright.
Rest and rebuild. Whirling snow.
Yeah, okay, you guys are dunzo.
Right now. Emerge.
Easy peasy. 30 seconds at most.
How could you?
Because my team is leveled up, maxed out, idiot.
What do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Yep.
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it.
Yep.
I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Yeah, you are idiots.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa. So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit?
Okay.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar little bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
Mm-hmm.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him
Right, the
down.
ducktail bearded crook,
That's what
though.
you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa.
I paid attention.
Wait, so he's a radical?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Oh.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
Well, it worked, so.
So,
Hey.
that's what you were saying before.
No complaints.
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
No, you're not that
What
kind of
makes you so
person.
sure?
Because you take care of Durianzad.
Dia,
And also that.
do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That would make sense.
Just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here.
Dia's cool.
Traveler,
I
let's tie him up.
hope I can pull her sometime. She's on the standard banner. She's the one character on the standard banner I do not currently have. So hopefully I'll get her someday. I know she's not technically very good gameplay wise, is what I've heard, but she looks cool, and that's good enough for me. But we must keep our eyes on the prize of saving up for Arlecchino.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
Sounds good.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler.
Sounds good, like I said.
Let's just hope they live to see another day.
Okay, wait until the next morning.
You heard the question. Now answer me.
Whoops.
You heard the question.
Ooh, getting interrogated. Good.
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this. All we have to do is wait for her word.
Okay. Next morning, 6 a.m. to 12. There we go.
Hey, Dia.
Right on time.
How about that?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
You are great, Dia.
Really?
Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out?
With what, the interrogating?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Called it.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on,
Sure, we'll phrase it that way.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
I mean, how angry you look.
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
Yeah, now she's just as terrifying as he is.
Yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
Oh, she mad.
Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy.
Oh, you guys are idiots.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of our village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not
Yeah. Idiots who are always like, yeah, we need to start a war, just don't fully think that through.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection.
Okay, who was trying to get you idiots on their side?
Told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help
where are
out
they
if
now,
we're not
idiot?
sure.
Oh.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Oh, one slip up. Or one strike. 3 you're out, I bet.
Strike. You got a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Oh.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Alright. Back to questions.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? Oh?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
Oh, don't want those idiots knowing what's going on.
My suspicions are correct. This mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
I mean, probably. Is it Dottore?
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community.
Good on you, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Chief.
It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they have.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
It's always the damn evil academia. Always the people in charge, man. Huh. Yeah, Satori also mentioned it.
But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
They're gonna like use them to power up the robot they've got Scaramouche in, I bet.
Regardless.
Ooh, excuse me, I bet that's the plan.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
Yeah.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
All right. Ooh. Other quest complete. Talk to everyone and move on our way.
I just hope everyone's all right.
You look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community.
You can always come back, Dia.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
What scheme is the academia brewing now?
Good question. Well, I mean, it's all related to the big Scaramouche robot, I bet, so.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo!
And what did you figure out on your own, Al Hytham?
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
He was doing his own thing.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Oh, well, go ahead, it won't stop you.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
Oh, she'll think up a great one later.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter. Yep.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here. So we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. And what's with the silent treatment?
Yeah, maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Which I figured, but tell us.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean, man?
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing?
Yeah, probably a little suspicious.
In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons.
Wise.
Remember what Candace said. Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them.
Fair.
By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to,
Among us.
there's someone who is consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Oh yeah, she was a yapper for sure. She had a lot to say about not everything.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the Mads.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
Ooh.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, by getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wicked...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it.
We got it, man. Don't worry. You're just super cool and intimidating, that's all.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
We're cool, I promise.
What do you mean?
It's a cool, unique way of saying promise.
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
Alright, what do we need to say?
Can I call you Traveler?
Yeah, sure. Everyone else does.
Traveler, I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why is that?
Because it will only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations.
Thank you, Candace, for the sign of assurance.
Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Ooh, I mean, the optimist in me wants to say, I can't promise anything, but you have to believe things will get better in your life. That's the way you gotta live.
But even so, we have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them.
Nice. That was the right answer.
My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Fair enough.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Probably. They don't seem to be thinking terribly straight, Paimon.
Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be
Yep, that's a bummer.
Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything.
Yeah, but that's no way to actually live. That's just surviving.
And then it happened.
The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't...
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
We will.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Mm-hmm. There's not a ghost Paimon.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as...
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's the people who's being used to power up the big evil Scaramouche robot in some way.
Because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Well, yeah, let's just check out the hospital, man. How close is it? It's a little further, actually. Little bit of distance. Oh, not that far, though, from here. Oh, a Sealy. And let's get the viewpoint, too, while we're at it. Lifeless Dar al-Shifa.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, I'm gonna beat you two in a second.
Allow me. Take flight.
Yep. Oh, they were just out of range for doing anything.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Excuse me. Oh gosh, those allergies have me more tired than usual too.
Is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Yes. Where's the other guy? Oh.
That's close enough.
You done? You're done. There's a danger, whatever the floaty things that I can collect are somewhere nearby. But where? Oh, there.
Right here. Hold the line. A sight to behold. Emerge. Right here.
Oof.
Right now.
Stop with the hitting. Oh, oh. Big guy.
Right here. Right now. Embrace the ice.
There we go. Easy enough.
You what the Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than Bill? He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Time to do a dendro thing.
This is the one.
Which I guess he'll just do for us and I don't even have to worry about. Cool. That's something new.
Let's go in and take a look.
Am I gonna get Alhaitham in like a trial character for this level mission?
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found
Granny says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn.
Fair.
Until then, I'm taking a break.
He sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
She's not gonna understand any of it.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion.
So,
He's reading about physics.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Yeah, you know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Yeah, okay, Paimon's the best. We waited through the night.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is.
Oh, that does sound creepy.
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Below.
It's from below.
Man, I could write this game.
Something is off about the interior here.
Hoyoverse, please feel free to hire me. I have no credentials, but I can guess the dialogue.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Yes. Alright, time to puzzle. Or, oh. By puzzle, I mean look around this area. There we go, there's the other. I mean, do I have to
I'll ensure your safety.
just activate it, I guess? Yeah, okay. Alright, that's one. This one over here is locked. Oh, I wanted the worms. Come on, man.
Rest and rebuild. Right now, right here. Right now, right here.
Hold the line. Hi.
Emerge. Right now, emerge.
Dunzos. Let's. Oh, yeah, I got that. Okay. Where is the last of these? Oh, up there.
Right now, emerge. Right now.
Nice. Oh. Do not have an ancient key yet. What? Emergency notice. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old, mole on the left side of forehead and left-handed. While his condition remains very serious, survival will be difficult without professional medical care. The patient's survivability, once found, immediately inform. Don't give up, stay positive. All beings are under the watchful eye of the divine, so don't ever give up. The rest of the document has been rendered unreadable by weathering. Okay, so they really were trying to help people in this hospital originally. This week's meals. Keep a balanced diet, rest regularly, and maintain a good mood. Monday, minty bean soup, tachin, lunch. Curry shrimp, pani puri. Salad, biryani, fish with crimps. Okay. Remaining sections are blank. Okay. Week shifts. In case of emergency, contact the physician on duty immediately. Ibrahim. Oh, blanked out. Remaining sections are blank. Okay. Okay. There seems to be darkened remains of a stem inside the vase. It was probably used to hold flowers. The words for Aveen are at the bottom of the bottle. It seems to have been a gift to someone named Aveen.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming.
Is he one of the missing village keepers, I wonder?
Wait.
You know him?
You're...
Do you know him?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather.
True.
Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
Who is he?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
Uh-oh.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holds up in the forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem.
Uh-oh.
Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how'd he get like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late.
Uh-oh.
Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner.
Very sloppy.
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
I do need you to jog my memory, Al-Haytham. I haven't played that part in months. Thank you. Right.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Yes, now I remember.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action.
Right.
As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers.
Very sneaky.
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking, even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret, and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's it's in line with the village chief's theory, too.
Yay, now you're paying attention, Paimon.
Wasn't it the academia that...
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholar's identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them.
Oh my gosh,
That makes
it's so
missing
evil.
Resource? For what exactly?
For powering up the big evil Scaramouche robot is what I'm calling.
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
I could also believe that.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
No. Most of the mad scholars that made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest, that's what the Academia is after. It's also safe to assume this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, and also the Balladeer. They're using the divine knowledge capsules to turn the Balladeer into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Yes, the Academia needs people who've been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
To make their big, dumb Scaramouche robot
The
god.
Academia is going out of their way to look for... I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your...
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge. But I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Yeah, he's standoffish, but he's not an evil jackass.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules, whether it be academics or knowledge. Everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected. Just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
I mean, kinda.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Fair enough.
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations, so he's being a tsundere for being nice. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset. her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Damn, so callous. He's like, that's why I'm playable and she's not.
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Alright. Back to the village chief's house. Let's just make sure I'm not missing anything. There is a name inscribed on this bowl. Hakim. Okay. It looks like it's just all more flavor text. There's a name inscribed on the bowl. Aveen. Oh. If it weren't the crooked, carvings of Arbaz, Abbas, and sugar jar on them, it would be difficult to imagine that this clay jar was ever used to store sugar. Oh, interesting. Right, and nothing else down here. Nothing else if I try to manually leave. Write this week's shifts. I read that. Read all that. And yeah, there's an ancient key somewhere. Who knows where. Back to the village. Let's discuss the next plan.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Thank you.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yeah, they were doing some bad, evil experiments there.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village. Almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why?
Because they're trying to use the people to power up a big evil god robot.
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
A mole? But you're all playable.
Huh? Are our friends that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Is it Isaac?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Oh.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Not on purpose, though.
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole.
But he's not a mole. He's just being...
Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details.
Okay.
Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
Oh. Also, what kind of jackass is modus operandi and doesn't just shorten it to MO?
If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
Ooh. That's...
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
It's so they can spy on you, man.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
Damn, Sino got trapped in Al Gore's rhythm.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
Yeah, try to comfort him. I mean, he's still not going to be happy, but, you know.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Exactly.
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
wherever he's not.
Yep, that's right.
They'll want to proceed
Or,
in the direction
you know.
opposite of where I'm going.
You're getting smarter, Paimon.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him! Please, wait! I want to go too!
No.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
I mean, I don't know how well you can do that
Everyone,
as
I
a
leave him in your hands.
child, but sure.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you. Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Yeah, Dia just left. Where'd she go? Where did Dia go?
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Please, stay safe, everyone.
Yes, sir. Where? No. What? Why'd you take me off my... I was like, why'd you take me off of the actual, mission?
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Okay.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Oh. Don't get too far ahead of him, I guess. Or behind him. Just keep moving, man. I'm on top of it.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Now it's not the time for complaining.
Okay,
Also, you fly everywhere, so shut up.
Whatever's down there looks like it's
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are devices. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Okay. Oh, diving gonna make me do the digging. I expected that.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
Mind control device type thingy.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
I mean, yeah, not, you know, mind control, but same diff.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
By who, though?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
That would make sense.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Alright, lead the way, bud.
Running on sand is so tiring.
You're flying.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too? Of course it is.
Girl, shut up.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very
Ooh,
interesting.
did Dia figure something out?
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
No, don't fall for it, child.
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
She's not.
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than
Are they, man? Because you seem like you're involved in kidnapping people.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? What's going on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us
Damn.
from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of all
Just a hit Paimon with that hard shut it.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
Apparently not.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
It is too late. Well, for him.
My dear lady, pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land.
Oof.
But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia.
Well,
With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and...
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru.
Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
That's true.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say?
Because we're with Lesser Lord Kusanali, actually.
Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to
Man, Alhaitham can try and say he's not a good guy, but he's a good guy.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars. Perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
He's very confident.
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
Exactly, man. Think about it. Are we getting through, or is he super stubborn?
You Academia.
Yeah, he's super
scum.
stubborn.
Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to beat you up then.
Not so fast. Alhaitham, do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
Will it be enough? Will it be enough?
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
Dun dun dun. Oh, I bet that's a big deal. Probably like, hey, can't make money if you got no sword arm.
Come on, Raman. Don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
Huh. An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him. He's not even trying to negotiate. He's making things more difficult.
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
Tell Paimon to shut up again.
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Dun dun dun.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of
We really seriously should just be beating up Raman.
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it.
The fact that she's not going to flinch at all is going to, like, be enough to prove her resolve. Yep.
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon
tomorrow.
Yippee, we did it.
Phew.
Well, that was a close one.
I was really counting on him not going through with it.
That was crazy. Have you all lost your minds? You actually cut your own.
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Yeah. I'll be worried about you.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
When you're on a limb, offer up a limb.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
Very smart.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
And that's just how he is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Dun. I'm gonna assume that's the end of the quest, but either way, yes. I was gonna say, either way, let us call it here for the evening. Yeah, cool. So got a couple of quests done. So we're making progress. I still have, I know, a lot of story quests, but hey, we doing it. We starting up. All right. Oh gosh, excuse me. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it for the evening. Yeah, so more Genshin throughout the week. We'll be getting back to it. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Always appreciate the love and the raids and everything. Thank you so much. And yeah, I will catch you all next time. Later.